We're here with Rick Lacey. He's a candidate for Brevard County Commission District 4. Mr. Lacey, could you tell us about your personal background in Brevard County?
Yes, my name is Rick Lacey. It rhymes with Dick Tracy, for those of you who need to remember me on August 26th. I live in Sonoma Division in Viera. I am married with my wife Maureen for 28 years and my daughter Shannon, who graduated Viera High School. I am very active at St. John the Evangelist Catholic Church. I'm very active in the Republican Party. I'm vice chairman of the Brevard Republican Party, and I've been involved in many community activities, including the Haven Guild, the Friends of the Suntree Viera Library, Sons of the American Legion, among many others.
Could you tell us about your professional background in this county?
Yes, currently I am a broker associate here at Heart to Heart Real Estate. However, I have a strong background in accounting, a very strong background in tourism, and a very strong background in economic development. I believe that all three of these areas have provided me with a skill set that this county could desperately need and could use to help control and rein in the growth of county government. In the accounting field, I was a cost accountant for Litton Industries, and I learned very early that if you don't control costs, you go out of business. Government doesn't go out of business. However, I feel that cost accounting, using my budgeting, auditing, and accounting skills, will be able to manage our billion-dollar budget very effectively. Second, in the area of economic development, I know what works and I know what doesn't work in economic development. One of the concerns I have is that too often government and economic development agencies pursue retail-type operations. I believe that industry does not follow retail, but retail follows industry, so our focus should be on attracting industry if we are going to use taxpayer dollars. I also believe that if we are going to use taxpayer dollars, that we need benchmarks, timelines, and contingencies to the contract to make sure that the cost to the taxpayers is worth it for the benefits. Finally, in the area of tourism, and I feel that this is an important area that we neglect, tourism in Florida is up. Last year they had 87 million visitors visited our state. In other counties surrounding us, tourism is up. However, in Brevard we have actually had kind of a difficult time attracting tourists. I served as the director of Convention and Visitors Bureau Sales and Marketing for the Brandywine Valley years ago. So I know how to market a destination, and I want to be very proactive in working with our Tourism Development Council and the folks at the Space Coast Tourism to make sure that we are marketing our county more effectively. This will help our hotels, this will improve the room tax revenue that we get for the county, and it will also increase the number of jobs that are created. And the more effective that we are in promoting tourism and bringing revenue in from tourist dollars, the less pressure there will be on our county to have to raise property taxes.
Would you say there were a few different issues that specifically inspired you to run for office?
There were several. Number one, I feel very strongly about making sure that our county has a seat at the table when decisions are being made for cleaning up and maintaining the quality of life with our Indian River Lagoon. I know in many areas it's federal and state jurisdiction, but it is our greatest natural resource here in Brevard County. The 71% of the Indian River Lagoon is located in our county. It affects our way of life. It's the reason why people move to Brevard County, and it should be here for our enjoyment and the enjoyment of our children and our grandchildren, as well as visitors to our area. I want to work with the Marine Resource Council. I want to work with the state legislature and the federal authorities and make sure that Brevard County is a proactive force in making sure that any types of regulations or fees or restrictions are not going to hinder the recreational use of the Indian River Lagoon, but enhance it and improve the quality of it for generations to come. That is one issue. Another issue that I'm very concerned about is All Aboard Florida. Many people are not familiar, but with the issue as much. I was part of a task force with the Realtors Association to address this issue. Pretty soon there is probably going to be a high-speed rail line running through our county, dividing some of the municipalities, running at 110 miles an hour. There's going to be costs involved. As a realtor, you don't have to be a realtor to know that it's going to affect your property value if your home is in proximity to the high-speed rail line. we are going to have costs involved in this. It's going to affect our property values, and yet we are told that there will not even be a stop along this high-speed line in Brevard County. That is just not fair, and I will fight it as county commissioner. I will try to highlight the inequities that are involved in this issue and promote that we at least, if they're going to run it through Brevard County and divide our neighborhoods, that we are at least going to have a stop here, which will benefit the Space Center, the Port Canaveral with the cruise ship industry, our hotels and restaurants in Cocoa Beach, and our county in general.
And District 4, as everyone knows, is a very crowded primary race here. What would you say are some of the distinguishing characteristics that set you apart in this very crowded field?
Great question, Matt. One of the areas that I feel that I am different from any of the other candidates is that for 35 years I have been working for Republican candidates through the years at the presidential, state, local level, campaigning for them as an activist and as a volunteer in their campaigns. And I feel that that is one thing that separates me from the rest of the field. They're all good men, they all have great ideas. However, I feel that I have that combination of the political commitment and involvement over the years that will help this county. I also have the only candidate that has the combined background in tourism, economic development, and accounting, working in both the public and private sector. I have the education. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting and a master's degree in political science from Villanova University. And my commitment to the community and all the involvement I have, I think sets me apart from other candidates. In addition, I'm not sure what the other candidates' positions are, but I'm committed to increasing public involvement in the decision-making process of the county. I believe one way I will be doing that is by hosting quarterly meetings in my district on a continual basis, and then special meetings if the need arises of a pertinent issue that's affecting the voters. For example, the Viera interchange at I-95. I attended the Florida Department of Transportation hearing. I spoke at the hearing. I believe I was the only candidate to speak at the hearing, and I live in the area, and I know the concerns and the fears of some of the people in the area that are residents, and they are legitimate fears, and I want to help address them. I believe as county commissioner, we should be advocates for the people in our district, and that is something that I hope that if elected, and if I'm fortunate enough to earn the voters' support on August 26th, that I will be an advocate for them. Increasing public involvement, reaching out into the communities, making sure that I get input from the voters of the district. That is the best way that I can be their best representative. And unfortunately, I don't believe that the 3-minute public statements that you have at the current county commission meetings is adequate. I believe we need to do a lot more if we are going to be truly representatives of the district. So in conclusion, I think that that I have the energy, the experience, and the education to be the best candidate for county commission to represent the people of the 4th district, and I hope that they give me the chance and the opportunity to serve them on August 26th.
And you entered this race fairly recently. Could you tell us about the support you were able to get before that deadline?
Yes, I entered the race after I realized that some of the candidates that were thinking about running or considering running or that were running for a short period of time were not going to be on the ballot for the Republican primary on August 26th. I looked at the other candidates in the field, and while they are all good and decent people, I just felt that I had stronger qualifications. So with the encouragement of a lot of people in my church, in my neighborhood, among the realtors that I work with, and my family and friends, we got into the race. We were the newest candidate in the race, also perhaps the latest candidate, but we were able to go out and collect signatures and qualified by petition. We collected 1,050 signatures in about 8 days, and I want to thank each and every one of the people that helped me qualify for the ballot, and my thanks to you all, and I pledge that I will not stop one day until the election is over to earn your support and your thanks.